It's Madden NFL 23, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Buccaneers and the Birds, and it comes your way next.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now, because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, it's McCoy. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Cunningham from the gun. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football, and that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that's an early scramble reviewed positively on either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
To the right side, and he's got Macklin. Complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Cunningham looking to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. And oh, that would get a wide-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Offense tried to get a little slick there and sneak the back out of the backfield and turn him into the primary deep receiver. But it was good coverage defensively, and they were able to break it up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 25-yard line. A pretty good mark there. They needed 14. They got 14 on 3rd down. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham. The open man is Westbrook. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Now an inside give to McCoy. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Cunningham to throw. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher, and that's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Cunningham. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
On first down, Brady. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady over the middle. He finds Godwin complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
A
lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Brady now on first down. Incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Now a play fake. Brady. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Now Wilder. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground. Wilder again. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Brady going to throw. And a catch right side by Evans. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
They'll run with Wilder. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
They'll try to pound it in with Allstott. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Wilder. Oh, twisting away. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And Barry, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Brady now on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Here we go on 4th down. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bucs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
So 2 very different ends to each team's opening drive. One side forced to settle for 3. The other decides, hey, we're going on 4th down, and it pays off with 6 points and an early lead.
And maybe a little insight into the mindset of both teams in this game. One side coming down, as you mentioned, settling for 3. The other side saying, we're not playing match it in this game. We're going for it and trying to get out ahead and make them chase us.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down, it's McCoy. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Cunningham. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Cunningham. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off play action, it's Cunningham. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Here's Cunningham. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive.
Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing now is Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
This is Wilder. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Brady now to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On play action, it's Brady. And Brady, the tight end's got it.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Up the middle they go. Wilder. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line.
40 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Wilder. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff up the middle. Wilder trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at him.
He gets this one to Johnson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Now they'll throw with Brady. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Brady to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this is going to remain a 1-point game. That's so frustrating for an offense, especially on the road. You put together a great drive, but in the end, you come away with nothing.
And it kind of silenced the crowd a little, too. But few things wake them up quite like a missed field goal.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 10th carry now for McCoy.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Finding Ertz here on the out route. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Cunningham. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham.
And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On 2nd down, here's Cunningham. Ertz has it left side. This will be a gain of about 8 out to the 27-yard line.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Cunningham from the gun.
Out of his hands quick to Jackson.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 14. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
To throw on 2nd down, Cunningham. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
It's one play at a time, baby. Let's go. Let's see what we got to do here.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Cunningham to throw. They still can't get him. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield too.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
To throw is Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Now Cunningham. That's caught by Jackson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Cunningham looking to throw. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll check this one down to McCoy.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half for the Bucs. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
This still anyone's contest, a 2-point game as we get back underway on EA Sports.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
55 rushing yards, rushing on 12 carries for him now.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
They'll keep it on the ground.
Wilder, he'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, it's Brady. Evans has it left side. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 3rd down,
Wilder. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
a couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Brady. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Brady going to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Up the middle they go. Wilder. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Hey, when you get good yards like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Wilder. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Now Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
On 2nd and goal, Brady. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Buccaneers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead is up to 5. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
They'll try the right side with McCoy. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Now Cunningham. Zach Ertz has it complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice start picks up the first down and then some.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Westbrook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Cunningham. He finds McCoy.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's Cunningham. Caught by the tight end Ertz.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Up the middle, here's McCoy. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Nine-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Cunningham. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On 3rd and 2, Cunningham. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says.
They'll try and throw for it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
So out come the Bucs now.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Brady now on 1st down.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side, you know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game, but that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Cunningham. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Cunningham. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 29, Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Brady. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Wilder, he'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Bucs on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Brady to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Had no momentum that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on first down. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanketed his receivers. That's a backbreaker for the defense. They finished this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a handoff up the middle. Westbrook, and he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Cunningham. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And this one is right down the middle, and that will make this a 9-point lead.
But for almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And Brady, the tight. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge is a successful one. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Brady. Johnson with a completion over the middle. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. That close on 3rd down. I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. Here's Jackson. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now a first down throw, Cunningham. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Macklin, the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give to McCoy. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Over the middle to Evans. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Up the middle they go. Wilder, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Brady. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now Brady got to have this one. This is caught by Evans. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Wilder. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 44, Brady. He finds his man, complete. That's done. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Brady going to go on 4th down. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Brady.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
Across the formation, he finds Godwin. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play call, because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Brady.
To Evans on the slant. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Again, it's Brady. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his kick is good. And that'll move them back within 6 now. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 of the 22-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They'll try and run some clock now with McCoy. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a 20th carry here for McCoy. And he will find his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Let's go. Let's go right here. Let's go, y'all.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, here's McCoy. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So now the Bucs down by 6. A little over a minute and a half remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. To throw is Brady. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for him there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Now Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Brady to throw. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw, Brady. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
I'm starting to wonder here. Are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart and moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
He'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
One final try now for Brady. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Probably well finished to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.